Robinhood added 4 new tokens to their cryptos that they have. They have Bitcoin already, and Bitcoin SV, and Bitcoin Cash, and Ethereum, and other ones. But they added Shiba Inu, Solana, Polygon, Matic, and Compound. And they've also. When did your wallet open up on Robinhood?
Um, it was a couple weeks ago, I think. Um, yeah, I think I signed up for like a wait list or something a while back.
Yeah, I signed up for a waitlist too. Mine opened up a few weeks ago, and I was able to move. Um, I had some Dogecoin and Coinbase, and I moved it over just to test it, and it worked perfectly. Um,
Yeah, I'm super excited that that's up and running. Makes having a wallet and dealing with cryptocurrencies just way easier.
well, also it gets rid of that worry. A lot of people were thinking Robinhood was a scam, and they weren't actually buying the crypto. This proves that they are buying the crypto and putting it into their storage. So, because otherwise you couldn't move stuff around.
Right, right.
So they're an actual. I guess they're a crypto bank like Coinbase is now. So that's good. I think you can move it with Cash App, and the only one I know of that you can't move is like PayPal and Venmo. You still can't move that around. But anyways,
Okay.
Shiba Inu, when it dropped, it of course it popped about 20% the day it dropped, because everybody said, "Oh, it's on Robinhood now. We should buy it because more people will buy it."
Right.
So it
It
went up.
happens every time.
So it went up 20%, and I don't know. I'm glad Solana's on there. The main reason why, because I buy it currently, and I can do the daily investments in it. If you do daily investments on Coinbase, it's like you have to pay like $1 every single time just for the fee, like 50 cents to $1, which is kind of
Every
ridiculous.
transaction.
Every time you do it, if you do the daily investments, regardless, every single time.
Yeah, I mean that's definitely a perk for using Robinhood.
Yeah, I agree with you. So now you can get Solana every day. Don't have to pay the fees, which is awesome. Polygon Matic, I don't really have a big opinion on it. I've heard it's really good. It like branches out into Ethereum, so it's like a chain that helps the Ethereum chain with some of the TPS transactions per second load. I'm not really sure, but I've heard it's actually a pretty good one. And Compound, I've heard it's not that good because it inflates a lot, and also I don't know. I just heard it's not that good. I'm not really sure though. I'm not that real red on it, but I've heard Polygon's good. I don't know if you've heard of those before.
I haven't even heard of either of them. I've heard of Shiba Inu and Solana.
Shiba Inu is like it's basically a ripoff of a meme coin. It's I don't know. You could buy
Yeah.
Doge or you could buy the ripoff of Doge. It's strange to me. Okay, so the next thing that was crazy that happened this week was Elon Musk a couple weeks ago, or like a week ago or 2 weeks ago. I don't know exactly when. He bought 10% of Twitter, which was kind of a big deal. So of course it went up a lot, and everybody was like freaking out about it. And people bought it just because hey, Elon's buying it, so I might as well hop on the train. And it went up a bunch. But then the other day, on I believe it was Thursday of this week, Elon offered to buy all of Twitter and actually submitted a SEC filing um, to the SEC to offer $54, which was like I think 15% higher than the price was at that point, to purchase every single share of Twitter.
How um st do you know like how standard an offer is like in general? Like it was that a reasonable offer?
Um, I thought it was well. Twitter's share price has been up to $70. Like if we take a look at the share price for Twitter, look it up real quick. If we take a look at it, it's at 45 right now. But for the past, yeah, it was all the way up at about 70 about a year ago.
Okay.
So in some ways it's reasonable, in some ways it's not reasonable because the 52-week high is $73. So you could
Yeah.
argue it's a low ball offer, but as of lately, I would say that was a pretty good offer. I think it's pretty standard that you offer a price that's at least at a premium. You don't offer literally what it's at that moment if you're going to buy the whole company. Like that's when mergers happen or different companies buy other companies. They pay a premium over what the price is at that point to get all the shares.
Yeah.
So I would say I guess it's pretty standard, but I don't know if it makes sense for Twitter to sell for that price because I think they believe they're worth more than that.
Right. I guess what I'm curious is how often do in these like acquisitions do they use kind of the historical value of a stock or the current value to base their offer on, I guess.
I mean,
It
I
seems
think
like he's doing it based on the current value.
I would think the current value because you could argue that's not the price now. I mean, that could have been a fluke.
Yeah, I mean, fair argument.
I mean, if I was a Twitter shareholder, I like Elon, so I think it'd be cool if he did buy it from it. But I don't really know what their goals are, so it seems kind of ridiculous that he was trying to do that. But he's definitely fucking with the stock price, that's for sure. Because after he bought it, it made it go up a lot, so I'm sure they're happy about that. But this seems like, so this is what was interesting. He didn't think the board was helpful. He apparently went to some board meeting and it didn't go well, and that's what he claims. So he made this huge offer to buy it.
Well,
And-
also,
Yeah, go ahead.
if he was on the board, he would be capped at, I think it was 15% ownership.
Right. Yeah, so he realized he wasn't going to be able to get his way with that. And the one thing that's interesting, he said if he's denied, he will reconsider his 10% stake. So to me, the game theory is if they don't go through with it, and I've already heard they've declined it now, then that means Elon's going to sell his shit. Twitter's going to plummet.
Right.
I think it goes back to what it was before he bought, which was in the 30 range. But I think it's all kind of crazy. But
it could go even lower, at least temporarily.
yeah, I wouldn't touch it for sure. Dogecoin also pumped and dumped, as I put a little graph in there. It shot up to about 16 something cents, 16 and a half cents, and it shot right back down and doing his normal thing. He's just fucking with that too. Basically, Dogecoin is a store of value of crazy shit Elon Musk does.
Yeah.
Pretty much.
It's his it's the price of his Twitter profile. It's his shitpost stock.
Although he did post a picture today, I just noticed. I was happened to be on. He posted a picture of a Shiba Inu, the Dogecoin guy dog, in like the silly costume. And I was like, I wonder if the price went up. Nope. But it used to. Anytime he would mention Shiba Inus,
Surprised
or anything,
it didn't.
Yeah, anytime he would do that, it would pump. So I think people are finally learning.
Yeah.
Okay, but that's about it for that. The next thing I noticed, Janet Yellen, the U.S. Secretary of the Treasury, U.S. Treasurer, whatever you call her, explicitly talks about Bitcoin in a speech. This was at the business school of American University, which is in Washington, D.C. And she's talking about crypto assets and its importance. I'm just going to play the clip real quick. It's just a minute.
In 2008, a person or group of people using the pseudonym Satoshi Nakamoto proposed a decentralized peer-to-peer system for making and processing payments. A key challenge in digital payments is to prevent the same assets from being spent twice. The Bitcoin white paper proposed a novel method for validating transactions using cryptography that addressed the so-called double spend problem. This and other innovations related to distributed ledger technology are the foundation for blockchain-based digital assets.
I feel like that, whenever I watch that, it seems like I never would have ever thought that the U.S. Department of Treasury would be talking about Bitcoin.
Yeah, it's kind of surreal.
It's like, what the fuck?
Yeah.
Satoshi Nakamoto
Yeah,
created
it's not-
Bitcoin, and like this is some real shit, guys. I just think it's hilarious. I never would have. Back when I heard about it in 2013, I never would have dreamed that it would have actually gotten to that point. Gotten to this
Yeah,
point,
I
should
remember
say.
we talked about the possibility of, it getting this far, but
It was always like a
I thought,
pipe dream.
yeah, it was a pipe dream.
And it's blowing my mind. I mean, and she talks about lots of other things in her speech. She talks about central bank, digital banks, currencies. That's the hot topic. She talks about stable coins and Ethereum, a lot of different things. But I thought it was kind of cool that she talked to like the history of Bitcoin. This mysterious person created this thing. We don't know who
she
it
did-
is.
So she did like a whole speech on cryptocurrency in general.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, Biden has made an executive order to basically figure out crypto digital assets because it's a big deal. We don't know what the fuck we're doing.
Oh, okay. So this was kind of like an educational type thing.
Yeah, she used to be very anti-crypto, but I think she's turning around because they realize they have to get a hold of it. The person who's really against crypto is Elizabeth Warren.
Mm-hmm.
She's super against it, but who knows? Anyways, I thought that was interesting.